Hi everyone, it's Liesl. I want to make a quick video before this journal goes off to its new home. It was an order by a lovely lady who wanted a journal that she could give to her husband and in which she could put memories of all their travels and adventures during the year. For that reason, I kept it quite gender neutral as far as possible, not too masculine but not overly feminine either, so that it would have a canvas on which she could actually imprint the kind of character that she wanted for the book. It measures 5 3/4 across and it's 8 1/4 inches high, and the spine, which has 5 signatures, is 1 1/2 inches wide. I did the sort of faux leather kind of look for the cover and just added some metal. Here is a little charm which has a place where she could put a little photograph of the two of them or of anything that is significant to them, and the closure is just 2 hinge clips and an altered domino with some vintage map images on it. Right, so I'll just put this aside. I'll just talk about that just now. So if we make sure I'm in frame, yep. If we go into the journal, here you can see the clip and the little charm, and I just made a little notelet with some stamping of a very pretty camera, and here is space for a personal note or a date or anything else that she might want to put in there. The paper that I used throughout, apart from I think 1 or 2 pieces, all come from an Etsy shop called Studio Denmark, and the paper is just fantastic. I'm totally smitten with it. I think it's really gorgeous. I used quite a lot of, or some at least, atlas paper also throughout. I made a little envelope there and left the pages quite bare so that she has space to put photographs or ephemera things, little pieces of paper and memories from their travels. The tea dyeing on this paper came out really quite wonderfully, and also on the tags. These are big 12 by 12 images which I shrunk down so that I could use them for tucks. And then just my usual corner stamping, and here and there find joy in the journey, and some words throughout. You never know when you need a corkscrew when you're out and about. I also made 1 or 2 little booklets if she wants to write about something specific, then that would work quite well. Some atlas paper, so you can see another flip with a vintage card. That's a 4 by 6. Some more stamping, an index card which I tea dyed and stamped, and I used words throughout that are relevant to traveling and adventure and getting away. Wherever you go, there you are. That's, I think, my favorite at the moment. And as you can see, just really gorgeous paper. The images are really lovely. I made this and needed a hole enforcer, so I made one from the map paper. I thought it would be nice to carry the theme through. Here is a really nice sheet of map paper as well that did not come from the atlas, and just some ephemera, some stamping, and instead of ribbon I used some Hessian twine. And there's another flip. I really tried to keep the journal as clean, if you want to call it that, as possible, just to give them the opportunity to really, really love that whale. It has such a, I don't know, is it grinning or is it wailing? I'm not quite sure. I want to remember all the little moments. Atlantic Ocean, which is between her and me. Here is another one of those little booklets. Some more really gorgeous paper. Just a bit of stamping on the little bag. Here for Travels to the Sea, a piece of music called By the Crystal Sea. And how many of us have heard that? Are we there yet? So here we go. I hope that she likes it and that it brings them a lot of joy to fill the journal with memories. Another little atlas envelope. So there it is. That's the journal. And then, because the journal is so plain, I made a little stash of, there you go, that's all of it, of things that she might want to add. And if she wanted to use this envelope in the journal, she could add a word to it or something if she wanted to. It looks quite pretty, but I didn't want to presume what she'd want to do with it. So just some words and some atlas tickets, which I stamped and fussy cut, and then a bunch of bits that can go over photographs or could carry titles, write details like dates and locations and so on. So these will all go with the journal, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the quick flip through, and until we speak again, as always, thank you very much. Bye bye.